Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. I thought I was ready, not quite. Thank you everybody for coming in. The first channel that we're looking at today is Trippin' with Dre and Michelle. This is a channel that's working on 4,700 subscribers. Now these creators are a fun couple that is bringing us mostly travel, but they mix in a few challenges which seem to be collaborations with other creators. We see a lot of mukbang style challenges on different channels, and it's always great to collaborate with anybody in any way that we can. Trippin' with Dre and Michelle will most often take us on Carnival cruises, but they bring us everything from tours to looks around to live streams of the parties, and they're very active when they get involved in some of these things. When we look at shorts on their channel, we see that these have even gotten into 1,200, 1,600, and even over 2,000 views. And then, like I said, live streams are frequent on the channel, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and seeing what I'm talking about. Trippin' with Dre and Michelle have been incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for quite a long time. It's probably overdue, the idea of having them featured. We feature a different channel every single day based on impact and generosity that I've seen within the community, and we do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, as you have seen. So thank you everybody for coming in. I've got quite a few names on the wheel. It's great to see some friends in the house that have been with us for a long time. Slim Jim Longfoot's in the house. Cali King 916 from Sacramento is here. And then, oh, pardon me, Are You Super Oatmeal's back in the house. Canadian Family Life was first in the door. Don Arnold, good to see you here. He comes from our dear friends at Two Pineapples. Martha Makes Art, good to have you here. Rushing Wind Mountain is in the house, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I know Coco Mojo 13 is also in the house, and we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We open up the wheel to everybody in the stream at some point. Usually it takes about 2 hours or so, but it's based on engaged conversation in the chat. So those of you who are most engaged for the longest period of time have the best chance of getting on the wheel early. Mona Did What? Good to see you in the house. Cool Gamer, I know you come by almost every single day, so thank you for that. And the Bud Files are here as well. They seem to be everywhere all the time, but they're here with us in Tuber Chat every single day, and we'll get them onto the wheel also. Hopefully, I'm not sure if Rambling with the Brooms is still here. They're here as a member and a moderator. And hopefully I didn't miss anybody in the chat. So if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, which is something that we do here often, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Trippin' with Dre and Michelle on the screen right now is our featured channel for today, and we feature a different channel every single day based on impact and generosity that I've seen within the community. We do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos. We do that so that you can literally have the opportunity to meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters even when we're not live streaming. Thank you so much, Slim Jim Longfoot. I really do appreciate that. I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly or to give a thumbs up or running the stream in the background. We've got a few friends that do that as well. Yeah, all good. Rambling with the Brooms, thank you. I know it's a very uncommon hour. Most of you know, if you've been here before, that I work a few days a week outdoors during the good weather months, and I'm in southern Ontario, Canada. We've had almost no rain during the time that I'm working all year. The exception was just this week, but that takes me out, and I'm unsure of our start time, so I always plan these Wednesday night streams extremely late, and then I just figure we'll hop on when we can. So thank you again, everybody, for being here. We're going to get to spinning our wheel right away today, but I hope everybody will connect with Trippin' with Dre and Michelle. They've been with us many months. I see them out supporting other creators, and like I said, they're a really fun couple. As a matter of fact, I believe, if I'm right, that Dre is actually a DJ, and I was in a past life as well, so we have something in common there, and I hope you'll head to their channel and see all the parties and different things that they bring us, usually from cruise ships. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures are getting picked first. That's ironic, because I think the other day they were like second last or something like that. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures are also out supporting creators all the time. They're here with us almost every day in Superchat also. And thank you, Mona Did What. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just here briefly. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have posted a new video. I think I shared this, but I haven't seen it yet. So I'm going to put this one in my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to catch up with them. I could be mistaken. What I did watch was this mini chainsaw review, and we've seen a few creators. I think Rambling with the Brooms did this also. But a few creators have gotten this mini, I think it's Saker. Is it Saker or Sacker? This company, I think they pronounced it Saker. They're fellow Canadians from Medicine Hat, Alberta. And this is a really cool tool, because when you think about a, enormous, intimidating, huge chainsaw, they can be intimidating if nothing else, and to get something like this that works the same way but can get into tight spaces is wonderful, and they show us that in their video. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And Dixie Cuddle Fitness, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is a family vlogging channel, so they could be bringing us anything from indoors and outdoors, cooking and product reviews. They could be bringing us on adventures or to exciting places, or giving us a chance to get to know them a little bit better. They've been getting in on a lot of other StreamYard panels with other creators as well, and they always have a weekly Sunday fun live stream, so we try to catch them whenever we can. They've also got some shorts on the channel that have quite a few gotten into well over 2,000 views, some of them over 2,300, which is great to see. I'm going to show you a second channel where we have Rihanna's Life Adventures, and this is a complimentary channel to Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, where we get to know Rihanna a little bit better. She started with a few shorts. She's got some videos that she's already posted as well, and then some live streams have already started on the channel also. So she's sitting at 71 subscribers. We'd love to push her a little bit farther towards that first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see everyone growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Sister Winnie, good to see you in the house. Thanks for being here. She never forgets that thumbs up. The Bud Files is coming up right now. And I also see Silent Silver in the house. And Silent Silver is going to talk to us about silver stacking and preparedness. And pardon me just for a quick second. The Bud Files are up right now. If anybody hasn't, by the way, given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Oh, interesting. Rambling with the Brooms as well. And Via Speaks Royally is in the house. Leela Life My Way also has snuck in here. I'm going to get them both on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but after a while, and it's usually a lot faster on these late Wednesday night streams, we will get to some names from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. Pardon me, and I have a robot in the background that helps me keep track of that. I got a program I got to shut down here. Oh, Professional Paranormal Research, thank you so much. They're gifting a membership. And if our robots are working properly, yes, Nightbot will come along and give you instructions to make sure that if you are in any chat at all, you can become eligible to receive gifted memberships. You might have to turn that on, but YouTube's also let us know that that should be working now on all channels. You don't have to do it individually. So Professional Paranormal Research, thank you so much for that extra generosity. I certainly appreciate it. I know Canadian Family Life will be happy to have picked up that gifted membership, and for that reason we'll look at Professional Paranormal Research, because we're treating those like super chats now. And we'll put Tiffany's channel, Canadian Family Life, on the wheel right away because they happen to be a member. And Lisa J. Stocks is coming in also. She's going to help us with our finances and investing. The Numismaniac might be in the house. They might... what happens often is, depending on the day of the month, you have these memberships, for those of you monetized or are thinking about it. What happens is, if you happen to be live at the exact moment that a membership rolls over for its 30 days, you'll see it come through the chat. Not sure if they're in the house or not, but Numismaniac is another longtime friend and a fellow Canadian, and somebody who's going to help us with numismatic collectible coins as well as precious metals. And obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So thank you again, Professional Paranormal Research. We're going to look at your channel in a moment. And right now we are looking at the Bud file. So these creators have really expanded their content over a long period of time. They've been with us for what I believe is, it's got to be well over 2 years now. And the Bud Files are now over 1,300 subscribers, which is great to see. They've got 2 brand new videos. Buffalo Museum. Is this Buffalo Museum as in Buffalo, New York Museum? Could that be possible? And the Bud Files are modern-day archaeologists. So what they seek to do more than anything else is uncover history and digitally preserve it in content on their channel. They do that through video shorts and live streams. But you'll notice very quickly, especially when I get to the shorts, that they've added a lot of variety. So some of these have gotten into 2,000 and even 3,000 views, one over 5,000, and one even over 15,000, which is great to see. They take us indoors, outdoors. They take us on adventures and to a lot of abandoned places, cemeteries, graveyards. When they're home, they could be singing, dancing, playing a game. They might be in the kitchen or giving us a chance to get to know them better. They literally seem to be everywhere all the time. I run into them constantly when I'm out trying to support other creators. Duck Nations, good to see you here. Thank you. I know you came in long before we started. I never know the start time on Wednesday, so I set it very, very, very late, and then we just hop on when we can. Rock Chick Beauty's here from the UK as well, so thank you for coming in, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So let's look at Professional Paranormal Research, and we have quite a few channels now in the paranormal genre. This is an influx that started about 3 years ago with our friend Past Life Explorer, Oracles and Beyond, and a few others, where they're bringing us, it's not all paranormal, but there are a lot of almost genres that fall in together, and you'll recognize a lot of these creators supporting each other as well. Pardon me while I speed along. Professional Paranormal Research is going to bring us paranormal investigations and explorations of abandoned locations. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. When you get to their channel, you'll see that they're already on the road to 2,000 subscribers. We say you're officially on a road when you get to a 100 milestone. So since they've passed 1,900, they're officially on the road to 2K. Destination Fun, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And she's somebody who literally seems to be everywhere all the time as well. I see Destination Fun collaborating with other creators on StreamYard panels, I think every day. I'm able to get on YouTube almost every single day, at least for some amount of time. Some days many hours, some just for a couple. But Destination Fun is always supporting other creators and collaborating as well. So, Professional Paranormal Research as well has some shorts. Just a few of them so far, but one of them's already over 2,400 views. And then when we get into their live streams, hopefully I'll catch you for one. It's been a couple of weeks, but I've always got notifications on for every channel. That gives us the best chance to catch each other as often as possible, of course. Let's spin the wheel, and I see Mitchell and Doll, which is Mitchy Boo with a second channel actually coming in, and Songbits Laura's coming up as well. So on the wheel, so Yellow Shirt Dad has just been chosen by the Wheel of Doom, so we'll get them ready to go. They're going to bring us the joke of the day and a little bit of a look around occasionally, their area. Always smiling, always fun. And one more time, thank you again, Professional Paranormal Research, for that gifted membership. I really do appreciate that. I know Tiffany will appreciate that from Canadian Family Life as well. Alan Williamson, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And forgive me for not being sure if you have been with us before. But hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. For anybody that is brand new to Tuber Chat, our instructions for how to connect with everybody are always in our video description. That's just so that you can get the most value out of the time that you spend here. Everybody will be willing to connect, but success usually comes from making the first move. Some of the creators who've been with us for a long period of time will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat until they get to know them a little bit, usually over either weeks or months even. I think one of my robots is missing, so I'm going to have to look that up in the background. I don't see Bautissimo showing up yet. Bautissimo is a wonderful robot that I really enjoy, and we use 4 of them here, but this is an example. If one's not behaving properly, you can get another one to pick up the slack. Each one has its strengths, and I don't really want to say weaknesses, but different things I like about them. But one of the things that Bautissimo does is usually welcomes brand new people into the chat. So I'll check again in a little while, make sure it's working. Some of the robots take up to 15 minutes to get active in your chat. Trish the Natural's here. I put her on the wheel. I just watched a video from her. Literally, I think it was almost the last video that I watched before I started getting ready for Tuber Chat today. She does a lot. She did a lot of shout outs. That was unexpected. I was expecting just tips and tricks and things like that. She talks about natural hair care, but she was shouting out all kinds of channels. Patrick Stevens, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. My Wild Home, good to have you here as well. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. So Mitchell and Doll and Mitchy Boo are the same creator. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Yellow Shirt Dad falls into that category as well. This is a creator who's always smiling, always laughing. I'm sure that everybody who comes across his channel has to smile and laugh along, myself included. He brings us the joke of the day at least twice a week. I'm just going to take the latest one and put it in my catch-up list. Now, Yellow Shirt Dad might be doing a lot of different things. He gives us a look around his area. I've seen him jump in the pool. I've seen him on other channels, at least one other channel without a yellow shirt, by the way. And if you dig through his videos long enough and get into some of the older stuff that he was doing like last year or close to it, you'll find a lot more stories to be told, looks around, almost even adventures in different places, which is really cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. He's got some shorts on the channel as well. These have started to move into 4,000, 5,000, and one of them even over 7,600 views. Neil Collects, I see you there. I saw you the last couple of times. Sometimes it takes me a while to catch everybody, and I certainly do miss a lot. I promise you that. I don't mean to. Controversial Cruising, good to see you in the house. Jose Fantasticville is here. Mr. Fulton Miraz is in the house. He forgot to go live today, but that's okay. Mr. Fulton Miraz has been a friend over about 3.5 years, so he does a lot of streaming. Patrick Stevens, good to see you in the house. If I didn't already say hello. Controversial Cruising, thank you so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. For that reason, we'll put that channel up on the screen next. and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel right after. When we look at the shorts on Yellow Shirt Dad, we see quite a bit of variety. Lots of creators are bringing variety into their shorts, even if they have niche channels. And Yellow Shirt Dad, as promised, has started live streaming when August rolled around, which is great to see. So he's been doing a few of these. Hopefully we'll catch one of these soon. I've always got my notification bell on, so I have the best chance to catch everybody. We always do that, and that is in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Jay and Knight still in the house, another fellow Canadian. He's in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom now that we got Yellow Shirt Dad up. So Controversial Cruising is coming up. If anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm if you share. The new Ms. Maniac, just please let me know if you're in the house. I'm not sure if you're in the house or if that was just a membership rolling over. Either way, I appreciate it, of course, but I want to put them on the wheel if they're here. And then Jay and Knight. So playlists actually can start right away. Everybody, even if you make one playlist that's got, you know, all Jay and Knight, or, you know, everything, or you can call it watch hours, call it whatever you want, and put everything you've got in there, and then every time you post a new video, you just check the box that lets you add it to that playlist. After you have a few more videos, you can start to chop your channel up into different categories. You're always trying to think about what the viewers want to see, and almost I believe every channel has an opportunity somehow to start chopping their channel into playlists and categories, because people will binge watch the way we watch Netflix TV shows and stuff like that. Even a cooking channel can start breaking things down into breakfast, lunches, dinners, desserts, healthy, low calorie, all that kind of stuff. Nancy B. the Scratcher, good to see you in the house. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Scratching Wolf is here as well. So thank you everybody for coming in, especially with no notice at such a late time. And then Controversial Cruising is up here right now. So this is another channel I'm still getting to know. They just dropped a super chat, so we put them on the screen right away. But we are going to get back to spinning the wheel in another moment here. Now, Controversial Cruising is already collaborating with other familiar faces. I see Warmstrong Adventures right there. They've got some shorts front and center on their channel, so we'll look at these right away. If I click the popular tab, we can see that some of these have gotten into well over 5,000 views even. One of them over 6 and one of them over 7,000 views, which is great. When we get into live streams, we see they've got one coming up tomorrow, and then they're often bringing us live streams, collaborating with other creators, and they're talking with a lot of familiar faces. There's Destination Fun, I Am Betty J Gathers, Warmstrong Adventures all together, Eddie Lugo Studios, and the Mustard Drill. Lots of friendly faces here, which is really cool, and I run into them constantly supporting other creators as well. So I'm looking forward to getting to know more of their videos. I'm going to take their I'm going to take their Margaritaville at C's video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them a bit and watch another video. I always enjoy putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat, because over time I get to know channels, and then over weeks and months by watching content and hanging out in live streams, I get to know the content a little bit better. And after we connect on outside social networks, I'm always enjoy getting to know creators in that way as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Vay's Place, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And my pleasure, Controversial Cruising, having your channel up. I really am looking forward to getting through some more of your content. Day One Adventures, forgive me, I did see you come in. I didn't put you on the wheel. I'm going to do that right this second. We're going to go for our first break for about 3.5 minutes and come back with Canadian Family Life, who picked up a gifted membership today from Professional Paranormal Research. All right, welcome back. The Stock Explorer just joined us. They're a member and a moderator, so I've got them on the wheel as well. I saw somebody in the chat, forgive me, it scrolled by very quickly. Somebody mentioned the word procrastination, but I'll tell you something. I promise you I procrastinate as much as anybody, but I always fill my plate with so much stuff that I can't help but find something to do, even when I'm avoiding one thing to get around to the other. Scott has a Thursday live stream series called Procrastination Thursday. That's Rambling with the Brooms. So I was also laughing just as I started because I see a video and I can't believe how much Tiffany is able to post, but this is Canadian Family Life. She's in New Brunswick, and we actually were together on a live stream a couple of weeks ago with Come Hither with Heather, talking about Canada and whether all the stereotypes ring true. So I invite everybody to go to Come Hither with Heather's channel and see what we had to say. But I learned from Tiffany on that live stream that the story behind her channel was the idea of building memories for the family, or giving them a chance to keep up with what they're doing through YouTube. And this is a common story, a common reason why people start YouTube channels, and things moved, of course, faster and farther than they expected, so they've kept it going. Joe Valdez, Video Game and Movie, good to see you in the house. Lori's Tech Time is here. She is also a member, so I'm going to put her on the wheel right away. And Canadian Family Life is now over 1,500 subscribers. So I saw this thumbnail right here, and when I roll over it, I know my packaging. I tell everybody sometimes part of my job is to help with an eBay store, and I have shipped well over 1,000 packages in my day. Some for me, but most for the store for which I work, or the account for which I work. And I always know my packaging when I see it, because one of these days I'll hopefully do a video to show everybody what I'm talking about. I actually have something in front of me, and I don't want to spoil Tiffany's video. Hopefully you'll go and see what she's got, because it looks like she's opening a few things from a few people there. But this, if you look at what I've got in my hand right here, this is a prize that we gave away, and I have a few extras of these now, but I bought a handful of them. It was a sponsored video that I did, but I love the product so much that I gave it away as a prize for our 600th episode a while back. Thank you, DJ Ron the Mechanic. It's good to see you here. So thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. For that reason, we'll look at DJ Ron the Mechanic next, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. But you'll notice when I roll over, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Oh, Controversial Cruising has a small eBay store as well. I just have a personal account. I just sell a few things once in a while, but it's cool. It brings in a few dollars. You know, if you can buy low and sell high, that's great. But Canadian Family Life, when she's holding up the package, you can see one of the ways that you can save money when you're shipping, if this makes any sense, is that instead of trying to find a larger box to put another box in, if you know the product that you're shipping is well packaged and not too fragile, let's just say it's not glass or anything like that, then what you can do is wrap it in really heavy construction paper. So we actually use floor paper. It's stuff that like painters might use, or construction, not construction, but renovations might use to keep the floor from getting damaged while they're working. So it's like very thick construction paper. And so we wrap it up with that. Then we take that saran wrap looking stuff that people use for pallets and other shipping, wrap it in that as well. Then I take duct tape, or not duct tape, but shipping tape, the clear tape, and wrap the whole thing so it's essentially waterproof, or at least water resistant. So it's probably a headache for everybody to get into the package the first time, but well packaged, I must say. What that does is it stops your package from getting to be an extra inch or two on each side, because size, when it comes to these packages that we're gonna ship to people, makes a big difference in the cost, especially when we're shipping them across borders and things like that. So forgive the long speech there. But yeah, waterproof and Tiffany proof. Yes, I actually forgot to put a note in one of them, and I had to open it up again, and even I had a headache trying to get into it and back out of it. But anyway, so I wanted to show you, this is a mail call video from Canadian Family Life. Now, I already see that you've got the Tuber Chat logo on there, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in a very special playlist that we have. And you notice that when I look for my playlist here, I know it's hard to see this if you're on a phone, but I've got 2 unlisted playlists, and what those are for is, if you look at the Tuber Chat front page here on YouTube, you'll see 2 different strips of videos which are playlists, and one of them is for people who make videos about Tuber Chat in a positive way, and then another one where we've been included, whether it's shout out videos or, you know, some of these mail call videos and things like that. But this is, and yes, being able to reuse a box definitely is a useful trait. I always reuse packaging, always, always, always. So if somebody sends something, let's say I have to get something from Amazon, or if somebody sends me a package, if I can use it at all, I save almost all packaging, bubble wrap, things from Christmas, anything that comes in other packages and things like that. And it's very simple to just rip any other stickers and things like that off, and you're kind of good to go. But it can save. It can save. And, you know, these days everybody's got to save a little bit, right? Where we can. Nez Lover is in the house. They're a member also, so I've got them on the wheel. And yeah, rambling with the brooms. I'm gonna hold one of these. I'm gonna hold one of these tripod stands hostage, and I'm gonna wait for maple syrup season. That's what I'm gonna do. Rambling with the brooms actually makes maple syrup, which Canada is famous for. So I'm going to do that. Canadian Family Life is going to bring us a lot of shopping hauls, food bank hauls, and showing us how to save money in that way. Some cooking videos as well, and some garden updates, not to mention product reviews as well, and obviously mail call videos. She's got some shorts on the channel as well, and these have gotten now into 1,200, 1,400 views. One of them was a breakout over 2,400 views, and we watched that one grow one day, actually. She does live streams frequently, but she actually hops in on a lot of other people's live stream panels as well, with StreamYard and things like that. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And then thank you so much. Two Real Geeks is working right now. Are you working at Universal Studios? Forgive me, I didn't know you worked there. They give us footage down there all the time. And Katie's Kitchen is here also. I'm going to put them on the wheel. Now, I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. If anybody's mentioned something that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. And that should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So I'm looking forward to seeing that video. Actually, pardon me, I think I forgot to put it in my catch-up list too, right? Yes, I'll put it in my catch-up list to make sure I don't miss it. But thank you for that. I've already shared it on our front page. And DJ Ron the Mechanic is coming up. Now, this is a creator I've run into occasionally. They've been here in Tuber Chat several times, but I see them out supporting other creators all the time. The reason why I mention this so often when I put channels on the screen here is just so that you understand the kind of support you can expect back from these creators after connecting with them. DJ Ron the Mechanic's already monetized, so lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and almost or getting close to 1,900 subscribers. Thank you, Vase Place. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Let me see DJ Ron the Mechanic's latest videos. I'm going to take the latest one. And was this your birthday 2 days ago? Did we just miss your birthday? So happy birthday almost weekend now that we're on Wednesday. But I think they're giving us the birthday weekend look back there. I'm going to take that video, put it in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to have a look at what you did there. And this is a channel I've still got to get to know, but I see you're doing some product reviews in here as well, which is cool. Like I said, the biggest thing I know about this creator so far is the fact that I see them out supporting other creators creators participating in chats and things like that. They've got some really interesting vehicles here. We've got a lot of friends in the Tuber Chat family that are happy to see either classic and restored vehicles or done up cars. I don't know how you say that properly. I used to watch with my son when he was growing up. We loved watching Pimp My Ride, and they did some really interesting things. But let's look at these shorts. We see that these have gotten into 4,000, 5,000, even 7,000 views. One of them over 9,500 views. That shorts video eventually will probably hit 10,000, which is great to see. Live streams seem to be frequent actually lately, so hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to DJ Ron the Mechanic. And I see your rain controller there, or your rain mixer. Interesting. And hopefully everybody will enjoy the variety that comes on DJ Ron the Mechanic's channel. It's interesting that they say car audio installation. A story I always forget to tell when I was a teenager is I thought I was going to be a car audio installer. And in the year, 1989, 1990, somewhere around there, I wanted so badly to take a course on learning to work with fiberglass and everything else so that I could do professional installs. I felt like I knew everything about every company, every deck, all the Alpine stuff with the dual DIN, cassette and CD combo things and everything else. And the course was $800. So even today, when you say $800, it seems like a handful of money, right? But in 1990, I promise you, that was even full-time, 4 weeks pay. I think I was making $5 an hour, something like that. And might have been a little bit more, so forgive me if I'm getting the timelines wrong there. But still, so I never ended up doing it, and I lost interest in that. But I always think it's fascinating to see what people are doing with these things. So I thought that was interesting to see on your channel. I'm looking forward to seeing much more. Thank you again for the super chat, by the way. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you are willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Day One Adventures is coming up right now. Maritza's Yarn and Crafts is in the house. And then thank you to Real Geeks. And I really do appreciate everybody coming in, even if you're just coming by quickly. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And pardon me, I'm just scanning the chat for a quick second there. Day One Adventures, let's see what they've got going on. They're going to bring us some travel as well. We've got an influx now, for which I'm grateful, of travel channels and cruising channels. The two and a half years-ish that we all had to lock up a little bit and restrict everything really caused the cruise industry and travel industry to, forgive me for not being an authority on it, but seemed to those of us who are not, that it took quite a dive. And now that the cruise ships are back working and rolling and doing the things that they used to do, we've got this influx of travel and cruising content and a vibrant community of very supportive creators. Day One Adventures is one of these. They're actually bringing us all kinds of stuff. Just in the last 2 weeks, they've put out 5 videos. I'm just going to take the latest one, put that into my catch-up list, and they're in Philadelphia. I didn't spend nearly enough time in Philadelphia. I imagine I've only ever been there once. I spent a lot of time in the Northeast, but I spent about 6 weeks going to Harrisburg every single Saturday, if you could believe it. I think it's 9 hours away from Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada, but I had to make that trip every single week for 6 weeks. And Philadelphia, of course, not right beside, but close enough. And then I'll be interested to see that video, though. And they've got quite a bit of variety here, as a matter of fact. So they say events, travel, movies, food. I'm also a food lover. And that's not their latest video. They just put out a brand new video just a few minutes ago. That's why it didn't pop up right away. But that's okay. I'm watching the Philadelphia one first. I'll catch up with the other one likely afterwards. They did an Oppenheimer review That'll be interesting to see as well. I know that that movie's so popular. I still haven't seen like a trailer or anything to know 100% what that video is about. And then when we look at the shorts videos, we see that these have gotten into 2,000 and even 3,000 views, which is great to see. We've also got our notification bell on just in case they live stream at any point. We'll catch them for that as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And Big Dude is coming up as well. We'll see what they've got going on. Big Dude is going to inspire us in a spiritual way, first of all with a lot of Bible study. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put his cousin's channel up with him. This is what I do sometimes when we see like a husband and wife combo. Now Big Dude introduced us to Coco Mojo 13, but these creators are cousins, and if we look at their thumbnails long enough, I think on Coco Mojo 13 we see these two together. But these creators, you'll notice right away, I'll hit the live streams first, and you see they do a lot of live streaming, so I got the notifications on for those, but there's lots and lots and lots of Bible study here. Now hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. It's been about a week and a half or so, but they've got them coming up almost every day starting next week, which is interesting. I think they're even continuing in a few days. And some shorts videos, so we'll see what Big Dude's got going on here. A lot of tributes to public figures and celebrities and things like that, getting into the thousands of views, and often putting up short videos like this. I'm just going to take the latest one. I'll put that in my catch-up list. I know it's very short, but every minute matters, right? So let's look at Coco Mojo 13 as well. And like I said, these creators are in real life cousins. So the reason why I make such a big deal about that kind of thing is over the last 6 years that I've personally been on YouTube, the #1 complaint that I've gotten, and I have been just as, I've mentioned it as much as anybody has, is why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support our YouTube channels when we can find people online who are willing to do it. So I'll show you an example. So, you know, I'm always grateful, as is I'm sure everybody here, for every supporter that we have. But, you know, I've been in social media a long time. Not necessarily an authority, but more of a, I don't want to say fanatic, that's not quite it, but a, I've always had to work in social media because I used to develop websites for people and things like that. I've always been interested in how all the apps and websites and things work and everything else. But as an example, so I'm a little bit older than most people probably think, and Facebook was my thing, right? So I was on Friendster and things like that, and CompuServe and AOL and all that stuff, but Facebook was the first really big one. MySpace was kind of a flash, right? It was big for a while, but took off as soon as Facebook showed up. Out of Facebook, with well over 1,000 friends, you never ever hear me tell a story about somebody from Facebook or somebody from my childhood or, you know, grade school or high school or anything like that that's now on YouTube. And I'll bet that that's common, but between everybody, it doesn't matter because there are abundant number of generous people, which is why I was inspired to start this channel anyway, because of the overwhelming support, which shocked me. I couldn't believe there were so many people willing to not only support your channel, but to literally say, here, come to my friend, where I'm going to introduce you to people. Almost like, you know, what I've seen done in college, where people introduce each other and say, you got to come to this party. Don't worry, I'll introduce you to everybody. And what a party it turned into, right? So this is an example. Anyway, so very long story, forgive me for that, but it makes it that much extra special when we do see in real life friends and family members supporting each other wholeheartedly the way that Coco Mojo 13 and Big Dude are doing. So Coco Mojo 13 is also going to inspire us in a spiritual way, and there they are in a couple thumbnails. That's what I was talking about. They've got a few shorts getting into over 500 views. That will likely continue to grow. Lots of Bible study here as well, and I know we've got a lot of creators in the Tuber Chat family who will enjoy that. A lot of short videos as well, and we'll be looking forward to the next one. Kokomojo 13 now is at 79 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Tales Told in the Dark, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat, and I know I've missed a lot as far as conversation in the chat because I'm yapping so much. Oh, this is just a t-shirt. This is just a random t-shirt. It's a Levi's. I'm sporting a Levi's today. I wasn't thinking. I just grabbed whatever t-shirt after work today and threw it on. This is one of my favorite. It's just a comfortable t-shirt to wear. Either like I can wear it around the house or to the grocery shopping and stuff like that, indoors or outdoors. But it's just a random in the collection. I have an abundant number of t-shirts, as a matter of fact. And Jay and Knight is coming up, another fellow Canadian, actually from my area, only about an hour away from me. And let's see what they've got going on. As well, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. And even I have to be reminded to give a thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So Jay and Knight found us recently. He's just been with us a couple of weeks now. But this creator happens to be a fellow Canadian, only from about an hour away from me. At some point, I'm sure we'll meet up. Excuse me, I recognized a gas station that I often stop at in one of his videos, as a matter of fact, because he's outdoors giving us a look around his area all the time. So I see you've got a special Northern Lights video here. I'm just going to put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to just make sure I stay caught up with your videos a little bit here. Jay and Knight's also got some shorts videos, and these are already getting into the hundreds of views. One over 1,800, one over 2,400. Live streams are something they might continue, so I think they mentioned yesterday or the other day that they might be doing that. Nighttime explorations, hiking, camping, and whatever else they can think of. That'll be interesting. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And Jay and Knight, right away, as soon as they came into the Tuber Chat family, started having impact by getting involved in engaging conversation here, for which I'm grateful. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And again, if anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly because it helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes again. We're going to come back with Trish the Natural. I can't believe I let an hour go by and forgot to do something very important. My only excuse for today is that we started late. I thought I was prepared and obviously wasn't if you were here in the beginning and saw the intro for today. But our dear friends, Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures, both make sure whenever they can't be here to let everybody know that they say hello. Scratch and PPA is enjoying some time in Italy. He's still been dropping videos. If anybody didn't see his video from yesterday, he dropped it right after noon. He's usually on at 12:15 for premieres, and I'm sure he's looking forward to being back when he gets here, but hopefully he's enjoying his time away. And then Michael's Adventures is also here for every stream he can be, but due to a work schedule, he often can't be here until after midnight Eastern or on the weekends. So they both give us their regards. So I just wanted to mention that. We're about to look at Trish the Natural, and I just want to try to catch this question from Big Dude. Computer's got the option when you get live, there'll be options. Choose from live screen, live together, and screencast. Oh, forgive me, Big Dude. Screencast might be something that I haven't seen yet. And I'm going to have to look into that. But thank you, Big Dude, for mentioning that. Screencast. Is that in the YouTube app? Is that an update that I wasn't aware of? I'm just going to look very quickly here. If I say go live. Go live together. I don't see screencast on my iPhone, so I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look that up. But thank you for mentioning that. Because it might be something I haven't seen yet. Philip Lemon, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. So forgive me, Big Dude, I don't have an answer yet for you. Sounds like screencast will be something where, for instance, there could be a possibility that they'll allow you to go live, but with your screen on your phone or tablet or whatever device, just in case you're playing a video game or something like that, because the gaming community of any kind, whether it's mobile or not, would not be able to use the YouTube app very easily to go live. Jay and Knight, is the smoke bad where I am? I didn't notice anything today. Actually, we were out working. The weather was beautiful. Air was clear as far as part of me I could see, but I was in Pickering today, which is the first... it's not a small town, but the first city east of Toronto, because we actually work all over the GTA, all over the greater Toronto area. And oh, I see, Android, so maybe it's something that they released for Android and not iPhone yet. But thank you, Big Dude. I'm going to look into that, and then hopefully I'll have an answer by the next time we're on. So Trish the Natural is up on the screen right now, and this creator's got 828 subscribers right now. We'd love to push her a little bit farther towards the 900 she's thinking about. She's got a brand new video, but actually just watched this one. You'll notice right beside the red line's not quite there because I had to go back and listen to some of the shout outs that she gave. She was talking about Be Amazing Sylvia, Elevate with Vern, and the fact that so many creators are supportive, even if they're from different genres. Like the mukbang genre is huge, and that was something that was a big part of Tuber Chat in the beginning, before we started really gaining subscribers and expanding out. And by the way, forgive me because I should have mentioned this as well, but thank you, everyone. Whether you're here for the first time or whether you've been here many times, but we are officially on the road to 5K. So thank you for that. It's been about 3 years. You know, this is a different kind of channel than most because every single subscriber here is a YouTube channel owner and somebody who wants to grow their channel, right? Not casual, but serious in a more... is probably a better way of putting it. And Big Dude's going to do a video about the screencast feature. So thank you. I'll be looking for that as well. Oh, I see. Screencast lets you run your channel on a smart TV. Okay, I'm going to have to look at it as well, Rambling with the Brooms, but thank you for that. That's kind of a cool idea. So for most devices, including things like Roku TV and probably Chromecast and everything else, you can have a YouTube app on the television. The experience is different from a computer or a phone, but that would mean then our phones, tablets, or anything else on probably the same network, whether it's Wi-Fi or otherwise, would be able to cast directly without an extra device. So my imagination tells me that if you have a Android or an iPhone or whatever smartphone, and you have a Roku television, for instance, that's got YouTube built in, then you don't need to plug anything in to get it to cast. You just hit what you want on your phone, and it'll automatically go to the TV. And if that's the case, that would be wonderful, because I'll tell you, one of the headaches that's still out there when it comes to all the technology, which we're lucky to have, and I know it keeps getting better as time goes on, but the idea of you want to watch something, first of all, you got to figure out which one of the 700 networks it's on, and I don't mean to sound sarcastic, but I'm almost not exaggerating. You literally have to remember, wait a second, we were watching Yellowstone, but were we watching season 5 or were we watching season 2? Because season 2's on Netflix, but season 5's only on Paramount, and I'm not kidding. So that eventually will work its way down as all these big companies start buying each other and everything else, and it'll get down to probably fewer. That's my prediction. I could be wrong just as much as everybody else, but we'll see. But then the other idea is, like the other day, Kristen and I were trying to watch something on TV, and she's like, I forgot to bring the Apple TV, because I happen to have an Apple TV from a few years ago and this and that. And I was like, okay, well, we'll try the Xbox. We'll put the Xbox on and see if we can get something working on that. Sure enough, it did. And, it could be a bit of a rigmarole, or however we pronounce that, so that we can get stuff happening. And then, I'm not sure, Leela Life My Way. Forgive me, I'm talking way too much about something that I don't know about yet, but it's just Big Dude mentioned it, a screencast feature for YouTube. Rambling with the Brooms just looked it up, and he said it lets you run your channel on a smart TV. So I have a feeling that that's what it is. I have a feeling it's an internal YouTube casting feature that will allow you to run something on your phone, press a button, and whatever other device you're logged into with the same account will just start playing what you're trying to watch, I think. I love Roku TV. I'll tell you another story, and forgive me, Trish the Natural's getting like the most screen time ever here. Healthy G-Mom will be up next because she's dropping a super chat, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Black Girls getting their shift together. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Neil Collects has a question as well. Do you only get watch time for the first view of a video, or can one channel watch your video, say 3 times, you get 3 times the watch time? So I'm going to show you something. So Trish the Natural here, you see that I've watched a lot of her videos, but I haven't watched this one yet. This is brand new. I'm going to put that into a playlist so that I can watch it. It's in my catch-up list. Now, all of these videos that have red lines mean that I have already watched them, and if I try to watch them again, she will not get watch time for the second time around. At the same time, I don't want you to take anything that I say as gospel. I've been at this a long time. We've been doing Tuber Chat for 3 years now, talking about watch hours, and we've learned. Lots of people have experimented and helped with the conversation and everything else. But still, what I wish for everybody here to do is take information that we talk about and just add it to what you already know, what you're going to continue to learn. We all have to just sift through all the information that we hear, because there's so many different stories. And I know people want things to be true, but we are not Google engineers, and I don't know if I would believe one if I had them in front of me. So when it comes to watch hours, I believe that when a red line is already on a video, you do not get watch time for that video again. there are many people out there who will say, oh, just clear your watch history, and that tricks YouTube into thinking you get watch time again. But I have a very hard time believing that clicking a button that YouTube gives us is going to trick the algorithm into thinking we haven't watched a video already. Because if that was the case, you could just make a playlist of, let's say, 24 videos and loop it every day forever until you get your watch hours, right? Once a day, you just have your coffee and reset your watch history. So that doesn't make sense to me, and I'm not saying I'm right. You can see I get real passionate about this. So the idea is that one of the things that we do here, which I do not interfere with or facilitate or anything else, I just know it helps, so we talk about it, is the idea of swapping playlists with each other. If anybody would like to do that, you just say, I would like to swap playlists. Other creators will reach out to you. And what happens is, it's just a simple arrangement. You're going to run an entire playlist of their videos. They're going to run an entire playlist of yours. Some creators may say to you, oh, just run my playlist again. Run it on your TV, run it on your phone, run it on your sister's phone, your daughter's phone, your cousin's phone. Call your grandmother and ask her to run it for me, and things like that. I would much rather see everybody find a new friend to swap with than do the same thing twice or 3 times. The reason why is because while this channel's called Superchat, and I promise you, I'm really just here to talk for 3 hours while everybody's doing what they're doing in the chat. The magic behind what we're doing is in the friendships that are made. If you think about that, I'm giving you the #1 key. You only need to know one thing in this live stream to make your channel grow. The friendships that are made here are what makes this whole thing work. If you think about that, and the favors you're going to trade, the friendships you're going to build, when you have true friendships on YouTube, those people are going to watch most of what you come up with all the way into the future. We're talking weeks, months, and even years now. When you think about that, you see how your watch hours are really going to grow. So again, you see I get very passionate about all of this stuff. When we look at the chat, we see that I'm missing a lot. It sounds like Big Dude's describing in a similar way the idea I have behind it. So hopefully that's the case. That'll be a feature I'll be happy to see. But I will look into it. So hopefully the next time we're all together like this, I'll be able to be better versed on it and even try it out. I might even figure out how that thing works and try a video as well. And oh, yeah, Jane, the best success always in Tuber Chat here for anybody that's fairly new is always made in making the first move. Some people will not connect with a new channel right away, not for weeks or even months sometimes, because they want to see how you interact with everybody else in the chat first. It's like cherry picking, right? Once your channel gets to a certain level, we really don't need to fish anymore because your channel's growing organically. You start to cherry pick the people you connect with, which I think is a great strategy. So it's just an idea. And then Trish the Natural's coming up, and Healthy G Mom will be next, and then we'll spin the wheel. So forgive me, just one more quick story because I said I was going to tell it. But when we talk about Roku TV and this and that, so I bought one not too long ago, did a review of it, and when I was making the very first video with which I used that TV, I dropped it on the floor and smashed it. And the reason why is because I have a table, you know, so I put the TV on the table to talk about it. It's just a small one, 24-inch. And I put it on the floor because I was doing something else. And then when it was time to bring the TV back up, it slipped out of my fingers and smashed, and that's the end of the Roku TV. So I did get another TV, but I just got a really cheap 24-inch regular RCA. You'll notice in my videos now, for those of you who follow my personal channel, my unboxing and review video of the Roku TV is not the same TV I'm using now for like the Xbox and other things I'm going to use it for. But when I get around, hopefully, to doing a video like what Big Dude is talking about, maybe talking about that screencast feature after I see it, or things like that, it'll be a different TV. So, Trish the Natural is up on the screen right now. This creator in this particular video did a lot of shout outs, but she talks to us about natural hair care. She does expand into wigs and weaves and things we would expect, but she also talks about tips, tricks, and tutorials and products we might enjoy. And you can see that she's a dynamic host, but when I roll over these videos, you get the same thing on the screen in the video that you get in these bright bold headshots on the thumbnails. Obviously, presentation is at the forefront of this channel. She's always got a professional look on everything that she does, and then she's got some shorts videos as well. A couple of these have gotten into over 2,000 views, which is great to see. Trish the Natural is here almost every single day, and I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. We'd love to push her towards the 900 subscribers she's thinking about. Healthy G-Mom has been a dear friend of a very long time. Yeah, Tixie Cuddle Fitness is funny. I always try to find... I don't like to consider myself cheap. Frugal, maybe. I always try to get value out of everything. And when it comes to electronic devices, I demand value out of every single thing. So, not that I'm a pack rat or anything like that, but I tend to keep things around. For instance, up until just about a week ago, I was using a 2008 iMac for the eBay shipping that I was talking about. That computer still works. To this day, as a matter of fact. So I try to look after things after I buy them. I try to buy good things when I get them, when I can. And then I try to look for good prices, right? If you have the time to shop, it can be hard, right? We get impulsive, and sometimes you feel like you need something right this second. If you need it, you need it. But if you have a little bit of time, I'll show you an example. And forgive all the stories today, but some of you know I work outdoors and I do light construction work. So we literally have shovels and pickaxes and we're hammering away at asphalt and concrete and other horrible things that I don't wish on anybody. So the other day I broke a shovel, and I think one of the other guys broke a pickaxe. But either way, these tools broke, right? So we have to have them replaced now. For a decent shovel or a decent pickaxe is going to cost about $100 each Canadian in most stores. So if you need it now and you have to run to the closest store, you'll be paying $100 for a shovel. But if you can wait and shop, you can actually get that shovel for 20 bucks. If you look at it, you can probably get the pickaxe for 30 or 40 bucks as well. But you see what I mean about patience. So a little bit of patience can help. It doesn't always work, but you know what I mean. So when it comes time to buying things like televisions or Xboxes or anything that's not absolutely a necessity that I can shop for, then I try to get the best price possible. And I'll sit there and do what I like to call research, right? Going through auction sites and eBay and Amazon and Letgo and like every other place I can think of, Kijiji and Craigslist still and everything else, to try to get a good price so that when something either breaks or doesn't work or I drop a television on the floor and stuff like that, I don't have to be as upset as I would have been if I paid full price for it. But it happens all the time, or it happens often, of course, right? Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody. But and Silent Silver, yes. So if you watch a video for a second time, I am 99% sure that the watch time will not count on that video. Because otherwise, like I said, we could just make 24 hours worth of videos and just loop it every day and watch it ourselves. Or you could trade with one friend. Just get your brother or sister to run it on a computer for you or start 2 accounts or something. There's no way. I just don't want to believe that YouTube gives us a button that says clear your watch history, and that also tells the algorithm that we haven't watched that video. I don't believe that for a second. Not to mention, so I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. I have been wrong as much as anybody else, maybe more. I make as many mistakes as anybody else make as many mistakes as anybody else or more. And we see that here sometimes, and I've been corrected a lot. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of times, but I've been corrected more than once here in Superchat for things I was mistaken about. So anything's possible, but you will hear different things. And then the idea is to think about where information is coming from. Because if somebody is extremely aggressive, and I know there are people out there who are like this, for instance, not that there's anything wrong with it, but saying, no, don't worry, just run my playlist. Don't worry about what Superchat says and the other guy says and the other girl says and all that. Don't worry, I've been doing this for years. Just run my playlist. You can run it on your phone, you can run it twice, you can run it on 3 accounts, you could do it. Don't worry, just do it. Just do it 100 times, you know? And I know that's out there because I hear stories, right? Luckily, people will come to me and send me messages on Instagram and stuff like that, so that's an idea. Yeah, there's a button that says you can clear your watch history, but regardless, let's just say that you could. Let's just say that that was possible and I'm wrong, right? That's fine. But I still believe, and I can't imagine anybody being able to justifiably argue the idea that finding 2 friends to swap playlists with is better than finding 1 friend to swap playlists with. Or finding 100 friends is better than swapping with 50. There's no way, right? We know. And so, like I said, the magic in Tuber Chat is the idea of the friendships that are made, more people supporting more people, and I promise you, I am not overly religious or anything like that, but I do believe wholeheartedly that we give much more than we expect to receive, and then we see it come back. It takes a very long time. Life's not fair, right? But over a long period of time, it comes back bigger than you ever could have imagined, right? All I did was start a YouTube channel, right, with a friend of mine. After a couple of years, we were introduced to a couple of people in the small YouTuber community who said, hey, I got more people that will support you. Like, hey, if you come and support us and this and that. I say, oh, that sounds good. I've never heard of this before. And I was overwhelmed, as a lot of us here in the chat right now probably are. That was 3 years ago. But look at this now. Even Tuber Chat is just one channel that I own, not to mention others that I run, and we're literally, like I said, almost at 5,000 subscribers. Now, if you'd have asked me if I had expected to be doing what I was doing 6 years ago when I started, I don't know what my answer would have been, but I would certainly not have expected to have the support that I have now and the friendships that have been made along the way. Right? And I'm sure everybody feels that way as well. So forgive me, today's story time Tuber Chat because I can't control myself and keep the stories to a minimum. Natalie Nicole's ASMR, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And yes, and also Big Dude is just mentioning, probably from Healthy G Mom, live streams really help with watch hours because you get watch time for every obviously, you get a minute for every minute that somebody's in your live stream, not to mention the watch hours that come from replays and things like that. But you also get more views because my calculations tell me, and again, this is something I may not be right about, but after 6 years of doing this, I insist this is the way it is when somebody watches your live stream, you get 1 view for about every 5 minutes that they're on there. So you'll notice that when I come into your Premiere, well, if it's a Premiere, I just let it run. If it's a live stream, I often just let them run out, but I will stay for at least 16 minutes. You could almost time the stamps between when I say hello and, when I'm actually gone. And the reason why is to get a few views in on top of the 15 minutes of watch time. Whereas if you watch a 15-minute video, you get 1 view for that watch, as far as I can see, right? So these are just ideas, but little hints. Live streams really help. That's why also, a few months ago when StreamYard started that system where everybody on the panel can send the stream out to their own channels, now we're seeing channels monetize faster than ever and gaining watch hours faster than ever, which I think is a great thing. And so, again, First, forgive me while I keep going on with this stuff, but I just want to clarify. I never want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel. That's not my intention here. I learn from creators every single day, and I've been corrected more than once. I make as many mistakes as anybody. But I have been at this a long time, and in social media for a long time as well. I try to be transparent with everybody about what I have and have not done, but the idea is for us to discuss these things here so that we can collectively gain knowledge and then make the best decisions for our own channels and our videos, myself included, of course. All that fluff and stuff. Good to see you in the house. Did you happen to meet up with Come Hither with Heather today? I think she said you were meeting up today. And Leela Life My Way might bring us more live streams in the fall as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. The Journals of Awakening, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And yeah, Silent Silver, yep, live streams will help, so that'll be great, but we'll be looking forward to them. When watch hours is decreasing. So big dude, one of the things you're going to notice, and this goes for everybody, when we start our YouTube journey, it can be frustrating because you go into your analytics, and I hope you're looking at them often as you can stand. But when you do, the numbers can drive you a little bit nuts because you see that they go up and down and up and down. That could be watch hours, views, subscribers, likes, even your thumbs down disappear after a couple of days, if you can believe it, in a lot of cases. If you get a troll that's coming by to thumbs down every video that you have, those thumbs down will disappear after a couple of days. But also, every other number moves up and down every few days. So, watch hours are a big one. And there's a little bit of a difference between how many watch hours your channel has and how many count towards monetization. So one of the things that causes watch hours to go down the most is that when we think about monetization, watch hours are for only the last 365 days. Shorts views do not count towards monetization watch hours when we're aiming for the 3,000 or 4,000 that we talk about all the time. So it's not a year, it's 365 days, and what that means is that whatever video you put out 366 days ago, those watch hours disappear, and that happens every day. So if you have been on YouTube or the first video that you posted was over a year ago, then you will lose watch hours on every video that passes 365 days. But the idea is that in 99.9% of cases for YouTube channels, you're gaining more than you're losing now, right? Than you were a year ago, let's just say, if that makes sense. And so that's an idea. And I promise you this, anybody that wants to get monetized can get monetized, right? Unless it's a troll channel or something like that. But the 99%, we see everybody that wants to get monetized eventually. It can take a long time. I promise you, it's getting better, and it becomes easier and faster as time goes on. I'm not saying it's easy, I'm just saying it's easier than it even was 3 months ago or 4 months ago or whenever it was that they knocked that yeah, the analytics, I love staring at them, but I love that stuff. Charts and graphs and numbers, I could stare at them all day. I'm always looking for patterns. That stuff excites me. How to make things go faster and stronger and all that stuff as well. And yeah, so that's the downside. It could be a double-edged sword, right? You look at the numbers because it will help make you a better YouTuber by understanding, even if you can't read all of the analytics right away or don't understand what every single thing is, you will over time. Or you'll start to understand patterns, or you'll instinctively just be able to be more knowledgeable about them, and you'll make better decisions automatically. You're trying to duplicate success, right? We're not always looking for what we're doing wrong. We might be looking for what we're doing right so that we can duplicate that. But at the same time, if you look at the numbers constantly, you'll get upset about like, oh, I lost a subscriber today, or I lost 2 subscribers today, and I gained 3 subscribers today, and I lost 1 this afternoon. And that can drive you nuts. When the day comes that you're getting 40 subscribers a day, you're not even going to notice that you lost 2 or 3. I promise you, those days will be far behind you, and it happens for everybody. So that's just an idea. Thank you, VS Speaks Royally. I do have you on the wheel. So Healthy G Mom is up here, another long time friend, as a matter of fact. And I'm just going to grab one of her latest videos because I can see I'm behind. She's been a friend since the beginning of Tuber Chat, actually, and you can see she's just killing it with subscribers now. Videos are frequent, and I'm just going to hit her shorts for a second and see what she's doing there. Healthy eating, healthy living, how-to videos, and she posts frequently. And then the shorts videos on the channel, some of these are well into the tens of thousands of views, 37,000, 61,000, 74,000. That's great. And then live streams are occasional on the channel. She seems to be doing these, yeah, occasionally. But she's been at this a long time already, so that's okay. And then when we look at her videos, we see that she's putting videos out about once a week. So hopefully we'll see a new one soon. It's been about a month, but that's great. And Healthy G Mom, like I said, has been a long time friend, so a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for sure. And VS Speaks Royally is coming up next. We'll take a break for 3.5 minutes. Alright, I see Roadhog coming in, so I'm going to get them on the wheel. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel. When it comes to monetization as well, Big Dude is just mentioning that they see ads on their own videos, but their channel's not monetized. Yeah, YouTube, I forget if it was a year ago or a year and a half ago, whatever it was, they started running started running ads on channels that are not monetized, and I promise you, a lot of people like flew off the handle, right? Because you went from a day where that's impossible to like, wait a second, YouTube's making money, but they're not going to share. And a lot of us, probably myself included, without putting a lot of thought into it, think that that was not the best idea in the world. But that's the case. That's the world we live in. So the truth is, they are running ads on all channels, whether you are monetized or not. Once you become in the first level of monetization now, which is 500 subscribers and either 3,000 hours of watch time or 3 million views on shorts in 90 days, you'll be added into the YouTube Partner Program, where you can participate in fan funding, which means super chats, super stickers, and memberships, and I think shopping is included. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. So basically what YouTube is saying is, once you get to that level, hey, it looks like you're serious enough, but if you can convince people to give you money, then we'll take it. We're happy to take our piece. But the ads you still don't get a piece of until you get the 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers or 10 million views in 90 days. So that's just to clarify that. Broken Hearts Ministry, good to see you in the house. That's Gail's Southern Living. And she's got another channel. Makeup Mom and Son is here as a member and moderator for now 3 years. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. She's a dear friend. And Via Speaks Royally is up on the screen right now. This creator follows the royal family more than anything else. They do that especially in their live streams, where you'll find some very engaged conversation, which is something I make a big deal about here in Superchat, because it really helps any creator in their premieres or live streams when you engage in true conversation. It's how we run the wheel here and everything else. So I hope everybody will visit VS Speaks Royally and see what I'm talking about. But she also does a great job of leading that conversation by staying well-versed and up-to-date on her subject. So she has an action-packed show when she gets into her live streams. And you'll see she's got a couple more coming up. I thought I caught the last one. I thought I caught one today, unless it hasn't... Oh, yeah, unless it hasn't published. I thought it was today. Maybe not. Shorts, videos, a little bit of variety's been added in, but she still does a little bit of bite-sized information about royal family here. We see this in a lot of channels. Even if they have a niche or category, they bring variety into their shorts. This creator's gotten into 3,800, 4,800, and even 7,200 views on their shorts. Then videos provide a little bit more variety and a lot of content regarding the royal family. VS Speaks Royally is monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm going to spin the wheel. I'm going to try to move faster through channels. I have been really talking today, more than even usual for me. And thank you, Granny Filming, again. Good to see you here. And, oh, thank you so much. Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together was sent over by Slim Jim Longfoot. Usually I spend a lot more time going through channels on the screen, which I will. We can stay up to another almost hour and a half if everybody would like. Certainly an hour at least. But we just got into a lot of conversation here today. Lisa J. Stocks is coming up right now. We'll see what their channel's got going on. And I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation, probably another 45 minutes from now or so. Forgive me, I think there was one more thing the big dude was saying. How does it work? Got to send your credit card? No, there's going to be a couple of pages of information to fill out, and you'll have to forgive me because it's been a while since I've monetized a channel, so everything's changed since the last time one of my channels or one of the ones I run was monetized, because I monetized 5 of them now, working on another 1 or 2 or whatever it is now, but the system changes. So what happens is, even Canadian Family Life let me know actually that it's a really easy system. Once you hit your earn tab on the YouTube studio, especially if you're on a computer. There's just a few prompts. If you just fill everything out, then it gives you all the steps. Some people, depending on which country you're in, still have to do the thing where Google has to send you something in the mail, which you have to open. It's like a password, like a PIN code, and you're going to have to put that in, but it helps you sign up for AdSense and everything that you need as well. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, Makeup Mom and Son, for the reminders on those thumbs up as well. They really do help. And there you go. Yeah, Roadhog's talking about PayPal. So the only thing, I don't talk about that stuff very much here, just because I don't want to encourage too much. YouTube has very strict rules, and I'll leave it to everybody to look those up when it comes to outside funding. So if you're using your YouTube channel specifically for fundraising, you have to just be careful about how you're using it. But almost everybody has a PayPal or a Buy Me a Coffee or a Patreon or Cash App or Venmo or some other way to get paid. And the thing is, yeah, if you're on YouTube and you give super chats and memberships, YouTube takes 30% of that. In Canada, we pay sales tax on top when we buy the super chat or membership, and then as well it's taxed as income afterwards. So I'll leave it to everybody to talk to a financial professional about how to deal with that, because I certainly am not an authority when it comes to taxation, and I happen to be in Canada, so it's a small percentage of our family that I could relate to there. PayPal obviously is going to have less when it comes to fees and things like that. The other thing you have to know is Apple, if you're on an iPhone or an iPad, I believe, takes 30% before Google even takes their 30%. The only difference is that Apple or Google raises the price on Apple devices. So what used to be a $9.99 super chat is now like a $12.99 super chat or a $13.99 super chat for the same value, because Apple takes their 30%, Google takes 30% of what's left. You're taxed on what's left, and it's less than 50% by the time you get around to it in most cases. So that's something to think about. So a lot of creators choose to offer also, if people want to support them, things like PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, and things like that. And you just got to be careful about the rules. That's all. And then, yeah, Broken Hearts Ministry got their community tab after 4 days on YouTube. I have an experimental channel in the background that still says 1,000 hours or 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time as a requirement. I don't know why that one hasn't converted, and I probably have many more experimental channels that I haven't even looked at. Often I'll set up channels for things that are ideas and then maybe do something with them, maybe not. But most of you know I'm also running 3 of my own channels and 4 for somebody else now, and I've run others as well. Jamie Hart is in the house. Let's get her on the wheel. She is another dynamic and generous and loyal and dedicated supporter. And I'm going to try to move faster through channels now. I don't mind Lisa J. Stocks getting some extra screen time here, because this particular creator wants to help us with our finances, actually, and they've been posting daily, and they've been doing a great job. I really enjoy her videos, actually. And then yeah, no, that's a, yeah, absolutely, Roadhog. So there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, as an idea, if so when you're thinking about monetization, a lot of people have a lot of different views, and I promise you, it's all in our head. All of it. Everything that we believe, everything that we think is something that has either been grown into us over our lifetime, or if we want to say brainwashed into us, or whatever else it is. You'll notice that some creators will not accept super chats and memberships. Some will not do it because they don't want Google and Apple taking the fees. Some will not do it because they just don't want to. Some will do it because they're big businesses and they don't need to or don't want the look of it. And then there are some creators who will accept one or the other. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can probably accept memberships and not super chats, or super chats and not memberships. But whatever your decision is for your channel, I promise you, it's all in our head either way. I believe in giving everybody every opportunity to support you that's possible, because there are people out there who will not support in certain ways because of the way that they feel about the platforms. I had somebody who used to come by my personal channel and literally dropped obscene amounts of money, in my opinion, for some of my live streams. And then when they found out that Google was taking 30% of it, they stopped doing it. Not just to me, but to all kinds of other YouTubers. They won't come on YouTube anymore because they're so angry about it. Then there's the idea of super chats without memberships and things like that. But I believe in most cases, when we're thinking about monetization, you want to give people the best opportunity to support you. And then how you handle that or solicit that is another story. You will hear me say in probably every stream, things like super chats and memberships are absolutely unnecessary here. Very much appreciated, of course, but I'm lucky enough, I'm able to work full-time. I have a full-time gig, and you know, I'm not going to starve this week and everything else. So that's why I say that. But of course, I do appreciate it when things come through, and it took a long time. But after, I think it was a year and a half, I upgraded the computer and everything so that we could do better things with Superchat. If you watch the first few episodes, when I was using StreamYard, it's much different than what we're doing now. We haven't had internet trouble, the computer doesn't crash, and all that other stuff. Fingers crossed, of course, right? And then, so Silent Silver's asking about the 24/7 live stream. So that channel, which is our copyright-free music channel, I own all of that music. So I started that channel so that we can use that music and not have to worry about copyright ever. I've published it everywhere. So it's on Spotify, Deezer, Apple, Google, Amazon, everywhere. And that we own. There's only about 48 songs there, and they're all basically like kind of dancey nightclub-ish stuff. So how much that collection will expand, I'm not sure. But in the meantime, you can use any of that music and know that you won't get copyright claims on it. The safest place is always to use the YouTube music library. There's a lot of services out there. You have to be careful because some of them require a monthly fee, and as soon as you stop paying the fee, you get copyright claims on all the stuff you put out before. Copyright claims are usually not the end of the world. I have lots of them. And it just means in most cases you're not going to get money for ads that run on those particular videos. But if the videos are meant to perform well, like for instance, I have one song that is not mine, but it happens to be a remix that I worked on many years ago, that I have put on my personal channel for Justin Timberlake. And it's got 10,000 views. Now, I'll never get paid, either Justin Timberlake or his publishing companies or, you know, whoever owns the rights at the time will get the money for ads that run on that, but that doesn't bother me because I still get 10,000 views and whatever subscribers come in from that, right? And I get to have it on the channel and all that stuff. Whispers from the Dark, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. But I don't want anybody to necessarily take my actions as an example of what should or shouldn't be done when it comes to their own channel. You have to really consider everything that you're doing. I do things after putting a lot of thought into it. Whether it's right or wrong is another story, but I just don't want anybody to say, oh, I can put Justin Timberlake on my channel. I wouldn't do that. That it can be detrimental, especially to a channel that's not yet monetized. YouTube will tell us very clearly that too many copyright claims will result in not being able to be monetized and could result in demonetization. And that's an idea. So I'll give you an example. This, and forgive me, another story. This weekend coming up, we're actually going to have to be off Superchat for a couple of days because I got a busy Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's a festival in a town close to me in which I used to work. I used to be a DJ for many years in radio and nightclubs and this and that. So I'm going to do it again this weekend. I don't do it often, only for special events. But I am intending on streaming. And if everything works out, I'm going to do hours and hours and hours and hours of streaming for this, like, basically party. There'll be live bands. I'll be DJing all night. It's going to be 100% copyright music. Rihanna, Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, and whatever songs were in the Barbie movie, like Dua Lipa and everything else. I'm going to play all that stuff. So it's going to be claim after claim after claim after claim after claim. But it'll be fine. And so that's something to look forward to if you want to follow me there. Lisa J. Stocks is going to talk to us about our finances. And when we talk about monetization, which we've been talking about a lot today, it's great that we have somebody, and we have a few channels now, but Lisa J. Stocks is one that's going to help us not only talk about investing and the stock market in general. They talk to us about some technical terms, but they do it in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They motivate us to save and find ways to save money. Like, for instance, this thumbnail right here, money saving tips. Let's build wealth. I think they did one recently. Oh, I forget the name. So buying the dip is a good one. They talk about dividend investing. They talk about affiliate programs. And then they talk about, it looks like they're talking about, buying in a downturn. Yes, because markets go up and down and things like that. Top 5 stocks and ETFs. Interesting. So Lisa J. Stocks is going to talk to us not only about investing, but how to save money so that we can invest. And it's wonderful because when we think about our channels and the idea of monetizing them, or the businesses behind them, wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the revenue that's going to come in from the income we already have, or revenue that we're going to make off our YouTube channels or businesses and things like that. Yeah, whispers from the dark. Unfortunately, permission in most cases isn't going to be enough. My understanding is that there's a way to reach out to a record label and have your channel whitelisted on their system. But the content claim ID system, for those of you who are familiar with something like Shazam, you could just hold your phone up and whatever song is playing, even in a grocery store or a doctor's office or something, it'll just tell you what that song is. It's like magic, right? But that's the same kind of thing that's in YouTube. So that's decided by the publishing company that puts the music out. I have a lot of artists that are friends, right? Singers and songwriters and performers and producers and things like that. But they can't alone just give permission. It has to go through the company, and somebody at some point has to go through the YouTube system and say, this particular person or channel or video has permission to use this song. So if you think about the headache that it takes to try to convince somebody to take a moment out of their day to go on their computer and do what you need them to do, you know right away that might not be as easy as we wish it is. But that's the idea. So it's unfortunate, but that's something that we have to think about. Yeah, YouTube gives us tools to try to get rid of some of the copyright claims. But again, in most cases, they're not the end of the world. I just don't want anybody to rack up too many of them all at once, right? You want to space out your content. Lisa J. Stocks does some shorts here, and these are getting into well over 1,000 views now, over 1,600. Live streams are something that, she just did a live stream with Make This Go Viral, which is another longtime friend as well. So hopefully she'll keep these up. I wish I caught that. I was probably working at the time. And then I'm just going to make sure I get this latest video and put it in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Now, forgive me, everybody, for the long speeches today. We've got still about an hour we can stay if everybody would like. That'll be enough time to get through a lot more channels. And Leela Life My Way is coming up, but we're going to go for another 3.5 minutes. Alright, we're back and we're looking at Layla Life My Way. I was just overwhelmed because I'm looking at her latest two videos. One of them's an hour and 22 minutes and the other one is 2 hours. My dear goodness, they're getting longer and longer. That's going to be great for watch hours because I'm going to take the latest one. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Thank you, everybody. I know today is a very late stream. I work in the days on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays and can never be sure of start time. I try to get on at 9 p.m. Eastern, but I just couldn't make it today, so we came on just after 10. And then Danny Station, good to see you in the house. Thanks for the like as well. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So when we look at Layla Life My Way, we see 546 subscribers, and this creator is really doing a great job of posting frequently, as you can see. She takes us on a lot of shopping trips. Those are what I saw the most from this creator. Lots of garden centers, actually. But the last video that I watched today was a video in making some low-carb drinks, which is interesting. And then now she's got another couple where she's taking us out for it looks like a couple of adventures. When we look at the shorts on the channel, we see that this creator is doing really well, getting a couple of these into over 1,000 views, but one of them over 1,200, one over 1,400. And then live streams are something that they might pick back up as well. When we look into the about page, we'll get a bit more of a story behind the channel, but you can get an idea about some of what she's going to show us when she's taking us out, gallivanting, as she likes to say. And a lot of, like I said, garden center shopping trips. She does some container gardening. She's going to help us with that as well. But I'm sure we're all looking forward to more from Layla Life My Way, and she's here with us just about every single day. So she has to be excited about that new graduated monetization system, having over 500 subscribers now. And then Mark the Shark, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. The Stock Explorers coming up. They happen to be a moderator and member, and the Stock Explorer is somebody who comes to us from Florida. They've actually got two channels, one of which they grow different types of plant life and educate us about plant life. But here is where we best know Nora, where they bring us the stock markets and crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way, with everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like NFTs and options trading. The Stock Explorer has a lot of videos where they bring a lot of stock talk, usually about one or two stocks at a time. They've given us things like AMC, Nvidia, and Tesla, and things like that. But as well, they've got a bit of variety on the channel. So they've started to do a little bit of lottery ticket scratching, which is a huge genre on YouTube as well, and she's doing that in live streams as well. But when we get into the shorts, we get an idea of a lot of the variety. This creator often has product in hand, and I've seen them go as far as to invest in a stock, order a product from the company, and then unbox that product on a live stream, which I think is really cool. So they're doing a bit of these scratch battles, and they've got a few friends coming up doing scratch tickets with them on these live streams. But that's just to mix up the content. Sometimes it's friendly conversation, sometimes there are charts and graphs to see, and sometimes there are StreamYard panels where the conversation gets pretty vibrant. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Nora. This is the Stock Explorer, and one of the things that you'll notice is that all of the moderators on this channel are dear friends of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other, but they all have different channels and they all do different things. One of the things that they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel when you visit any of them for live streams or premieres. So I hope you will connect with Nora and the rest of our moderator squad. And then Tropical Buzz is up on the screen. This is the channel that they come in with occasionally, and they bring us plant life here. Like I said, some of which is already there, some they're growing, and 240 subscribers over here. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Thank you, Danny Station, for the share. I will appreciate that. Chocolate Drop is in the house, and that's another dear friend of a long time. And let's look at Makeup Mom and Son right now. And this is another creator who's here as a member and a moderator. This is Michelle. She is the creator behind Makeup Mom and Son. She's been a dear friend for over 3 years now. She is putting out videos like crazy. I think she said she's editing 8 videos right now. And I'm just going to grab the latest one, another Temu video, an unboxing and a review, and I'm just putting that into my catch-up list. Now, this creator started with beauty, lifestyle, and some unboxing. She's done a lot of monthly subscription boxes, sometimes snack boxes, sometimes beauty or makeup boxes, and she's always been considerate about the audience and thinking about different ways to mix up even the subscription boxes so that we have different things to see all the time. She's collaborated with a lot of other creators and has been incredibly supportive. We'll see if I even remember the story. It took her about a year to start live streaming, but when she did, I think the first stream went on for 4 hours and she was rated 3 times, if I remember right. And then thank you, Leela Life My Way. And Makeup Mom and Son has done interviews. I've been interviewed by them. Lots of other creators have. She definitely wants to help other creators grow their channels. And we'll look at her shorts as well, because she's had some great success over here, getting into even 6,500 views and won over 37,000. Which is great to see. Like I said, lots and lots of live streams, so hopefully she'll pick these back up. Lots of familiar faces in the interview series, game nights, StreamYard panels, and like I said, I've joined her many times actually. And she's posting frequently, so I'm having even a hard time keeping up. Usually with my moderators, I have to go back through and like catch up with everything they've been doing for a couple weeks here. But Makeup Mom and Son's going to have 1,900 subscribers any moment and happens to be monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. One of the channels that I also want to show you is called Caden Plays It. This is the son of Makeup Mom and Son, and of course Mom is helping Caden with this channel, but this creator's got a few shorts videos now that are starting to get some traction. And then as well, we're going to see some video gameplay, some unboxings and reviews, and then we might even end up seeing some more live streams soon. This creator is exactly halfway on the road to the first 100 with 50 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Thank you, Katie's Kitchen. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Now is Chocolate Drop. Look at that luck. You just came in and right away were picked by the Wheel of Doom for today. Now Behavior, good to see you in the house. That's another longtime friend. Good to have you here. And Chocolate Drop right now has 770 subscribers. They are working their way towards 800. They're going to have it soon. They talk about love, life, couponing, and they actually took us on a couple of shopping trips lately. I saw this video and another one here. CVS is their favorite. Is this the one that I just watched? And I said, thanks for showing us your favorite store. No, it couldn't have been. I think they put up another video, or did I watch a live stream replay or something? Was it this? I forget which one it was. Maybe it was this. And they took us to a store. I didn't see the name of the store. I couldn't read the name. It's a red name on the side. She said, this is my favorite grocery store. There's not a lot to choose from. But also CVS, of course. I just happen to know what that is, even though I'm in Canada. We don't have that here. Looks like some slot play, some gardening tips here. And Chocolate Drop's going to bring us all kinds of variety, but always a dynamic host, always smiling, always energetic. and even challenges, mukbang style challenges here on this channel as well. Shorts videos have gotten into well over 2,000 views, one of them over 2,400, which is great to see. A lot of variety in these. And then, oh, these are Skittles candy canes. Oh, interesting. And then live streams as well. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of these again. I've always got notification bells on for every channel, of course. We always do that in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and giving us the best chance to catch each other's content. All that fluff and stuff is coming up right now. And pardon me, Fluffy, very well known as Fluffy, is all that fluff and stuff. And this is a creator, I think, that was meant to hook up with Come Hither with Heather today. And pardon me, because I know I asked you if you hooked up. I don't know if they're still here, because they're in Australia, and the time zones are just way off for us. All that fluff and stuff is here with us frequently, though, for which I'm grateful. They've been an unbelievably generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. Not just to Tuber Chat, but to a lot of people in our family as well. When I'm going around to different channels, premieres, and live streams, I run into all that fluff and stuff, and they also stream themselves, but they give us hints and tips and tricks here when they come in as well. And I think they were meant to connect with Come Hither with Heather in real life. I think they were going to do a meetup today. So pardon me if I asked, they answered, and I missed the answer. That happens all the time here. Some of their shorts, look at these, into almost 10,000, 14,000, and even over 16,000 views. Lots of variety in there, of course. This channel started by taking us on the water with things like mud crabbing, reef fishing, snorkeling, and other water-based activities. They've really done a lot of produced content lately, and they post somewhat frequently. It's been a month, but hopefully we'll see some more soon. And then they live stream frequently as well, and they really expanded the content here, getting into some cooking live streams and collaborating with other creators as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. They've gotten into some fiber crafts as well. That's a good addition to the channel also. And all that fluff and stuff is really growing. You know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey. Especially thinking about what it takes to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond, and they've just passed 4,000. Broken Hearts Ministry, by the way, that's in the chat right now, that's Gail's Southern Living with another channel. And we already saw VS Speaks Royally, so I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up. Neil Collects, thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, again, for joining us at such an uncommon time. This is a exceptionally late stream today, but I have to really mix them up. We are not going to be back again now until Monday. We got to take a couple days off. I got a big weekend, and I'm going to try to cover it on my personal channel, but something that's just a special event once a year. Lori's Tech Time is working on 1,300 subscribers. Hopefully we can push her a little bit farther towards that goal today. Lori's Tech Time brings us tech and electronic gadget reviews more than anything else. And some of those are independent, but some of them come from a subscription service called Gadget Discovery Club. And Lori's Tech Time really mixes up the content as well, because they started with product reviews. They've done a lot of video gameplay. And in the shorts, they're playing with a lot of the filters and things that come on even the other social networks like CapCut, and I forget what the other thing is from TikTok and this and that, but you can see the Barbie-looking filters here and things like that. But Lori's very active on the other social networks as well. I always enjoy seeing these. I get to see them like almost every day as I'm flipping through different content on different networks. But some of the shorts here have done really well, getting now into, wow, 4,000 views, and then one of them over 19,000, which is a helpful video actually. And then when we get into live streams, it's been a little while, but she typically does multiplayer live streams where she allows viewers to interact, of course, in the chat, but also in the game. And then she mixes them up so that she can keep the content flowing and see what's going to vibe with her audience. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we get to Lori's Vlogs and Shorts, we see another channel from this same creator where she's bringing us, of course, vlogs and shorts. So when we look at the videos, we see that she's done a couple of product reviews here, thinking about some vlogging also. But when we get into the shorts, she's really found some success right away, getting into 6,000, 7,000, and even well over 8,000 views. Lori's Tech Time is another friend of what I believe is getting on 3 years now. She's got 448 subscribers on this second channel, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 500. Whispers from the Dark is coming up. Let's see what they've got going on. And we will see what happens when I tell YouTube I'm looking for a channel. Whispers from the Dark is here. So one of the things you saw me do right there is use my filters, and we could do that on a phone or a computer. If you're looking for a channel and it doesn't come up right away, you got to match the avatar to make sure we don't get the wrong channel. But Whispers from the Dark will come up, a pretty identifiable logo, 484 subscribers. This is the reason why searching, finding, and clicking on each other is so important, is because over time, as hundreds of different people are searching, finding, and clicking on your name, you'll rise up the search results, and eventually YouTube will do a better job of predicting when we're looking for Whispers from the Dark or any other channel. So they post frequently, it looks like, occasionally anyway, but they just put one on. So did we miss your, is it a channel birthday? Channel birthday of 3 years. I'm just going to take that video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. And congratulations. It's quite a journey. I think we all can agree that. They streamed not too long ago. I'm going to take that live stream replay and put that in my catch-up list as well, just to see what you did with that. And hopefully everybody will connect with Whispers from the Dark. They've got a interesting lot of information on their about page as well when we get there to get the story behind the channel. Let's spin the wheel. Roadhog's coming up. This creator will often bring us for scrap metal runs. They often refurbish products. They tell us that everything in their videos is found in the trash, but the idea is that by refurbishing a lot of this stuff, they are able to breathe new life into things that otherwise may have been passed on or passed by. Roadhog is posting frequently, usually daily, sometimes multiple times a day. As you can see, one video yesterday, 2 videos today, and I'm just going to grab the second latest video because it's got a few more minutes for watch time. Every minute matters, of course. 559 subscribers already, so they have to be excited about that monetization graduation system now. And then, yeah, rambling with the brooms, we never know. We've seen lots of creators like come on and wait, literally be last or second to last. Roadhog has got some shorts videos that have moved into 1,900 and even 2,400 views. And then live streams are something that's occasional. They've experimented with that, but we'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to do some more. Like I said, they're posting frequently, but there's a lot of outdoor footage on that channel. But tell us that. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And we'll see what's happening with Marketplace Boutique. This is a creator that's going to help us understand how we can make some money by buying low, selling high, particularly on eBay. They said they were working in law and were looking for a career change, something that would let them spend a bit of time at home. Now they share their knowledge with us by finding interesting things in interesting places to turn around and sell online. So hopefully everybody will enjoy seeing what they're doing here. This channel, of course, hits home for me with a few things that I've seen because I told you everybody earlier I do a little bit of eBay work as well. So Marketplace Boutique is going to help us with a lot of that. I think the latest video was different. Yeah, taking us out on an interesting adventure just in Michigan there, so not too far. Probably sharing weather with me actually in southern Ontario. So when we look at the shorts videos on the channel, these have gotten into 2,000, even 2,200, 2,400 views. One of them over 8,000 views. A lot of variety, and we see this from a lot of creators as well. Variety in the shorts videos. We got the notification bell on as well, as we always do. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Slim Jim Longfoot is going to be put on the wheel right now. Like I said, we always put channels on the wheel after a long period of time based on interactive conversation in the chat. And Jamie Hart's coming up. This is a creator who brings a ton of variety on her channel. She's been a dear friend for a long time as well, probably getting close to 3 years. Jamie Hart is 615 subscribers right now, and she brings all kinds of variety, including horror, Twin Peaks movies, retrospectives, vlogs, live streams, gaming, karaoke covers, adventure, nature, photography, cats, and more. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. You can catch her for live streams as well, and you can see when you do that she's a very dynamic host, always energetic, always smiling. And live streams, though, only come occasionally. Shorts, we'll see if she's going to post some shorts again. And then videos are occasional on the channel as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jamie Hart, see what she's doing on her channel and all this different variety. We'll be looking forward to some new content. And let me spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. And I'm not sure if Granny Filming again is still in the house. Is she still here? Mama 4 Boys is coming up. We'll see what this channel's got going on for us. One of the things we know about Mama 4 Boys, first of all, they're an incredibly supportive creator, but also a lot of delicious looking content on the channel. Let's look at these shorts first, and you'll, pardon the pun, but get a taste of what to expect on this channel. There's a bit of variety, but a lot of what we see are cooking videos, and these include a lot of things that happen to hit home for me, things that I recognize very well. Of course, there's pizza, there's mac and cheese, there's hamburger helper, how to make that kind of thing at home. Lots of desserts here, lots of meals, even a traditional St. Patrick's Day meal is done there from a few months ago. They've got a new one, smoked pork tenderloin with glazed apples. Interesting. I'm going to take this video, I'm going to put this in my ketchup list. This is something I've never even attempted to make. You can see that videos are frequent on the channel. There's a bit of variety in the videos as well, but it's the meals that I think hit home for me, especially because what they're trying to do a lot of the time is take things that we might have otherwise bought from either the frozen food section or prepared section at the grocery store, but make these things at home for ourselves. Live streams are something they've experimented with. We'll see if they're going to continue with that. But Mama 4 Boys is incredibly supportive. I literally see them everywhere. Every time I'm out supporting other creators, I run into them constantly. And their channel is growing rapidly now, almost at 1,400 subscribers. Rambling with the Brooms, look at that. The wheel doesn't hate you as much as you thought it did. Another fellow Canadian is coming up, and they come to us actually from our nation's capital. They're very close to Ottawa, just about 6 hours away from me, somewhere between 4 and 6 hours. Rambling with the Brooms is Scott. He's the newest member of our moderator squad, as a matter of fact. He has built up a reputation as a moderator on probably hundreds of channels by now. He's always been an advocate for helping others grow, showing us some of that Canadian winter weather there, with one shorts video getting over 7,700 views. Scott makes a point to be a big part of the YouTube community by going to meetups and things like that, like the Mid-America meetup and others. And he's putting together a cruise, actually, with Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead. And these creators, actually, if I show you the live stream, you'll get an idea about this cruise that's coming up in amongst his live stream series, Procrastination Thursday, and now what is Shenanigan Fridays, where one video from 2 months ago, they talked about the cruise that's coming up, which is going from Seattle to Alaska in August of 2025. They're trying to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters, but the travel agent came on, Terry, I believe, and was talking about not just that cruise, but the cruise industry in general. Very informative. Now, Scott from Rambling with the Brooms, like I said, goes out to meetups. He hops in on StreamYard panels, introduces us to a lot of creators, but has been another dear friend of a long time. He happens to be monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and he's working on 1,800 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. And again, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Broken Hearts Ministry, just let me know if you're still in the chat. Slim Jim Longfoot is up right now. Silent Silver's just been added to the wheel. Slim Jim Longfoot is sitting at 2,600 subscribers. They're doing some live art right now. And this creator live streams frequently, as a matter of fact. So one of the things they bring is a series of videos. And they have Diabetes and I, day 1261. So they've been at this for a long time. As you can see, I'm very consistent when it comes to the idea of making videos. I'm going to take the latest one, because I can see I'm behind. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up and make sure I don't fall behind. They've got some shorts on the channel. Lots of money there. Interesting. And we'll get into the popular ones and see that they've gotten into even 10,000 and 15,000 views on a couple of these. Live streams are somewhat frequent on the channel. You can see a couple of times a week by the look of it they're going live, which is great, and hopefully we'll catch them. We'll see how long they're still going to be on tonight. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up and ready to go. Yeah, the Stock Explorer, forgive me, I forgot to mention it. I thought about it before the stream when I was just starting. I didn't start until after 10. I pushed it to 10 and then was still late. But the Stock Explorer works at night, so thank you that much more for being here again. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody could be here every day or for 3 hours every time we streamed. But Silent Silver's up right now. This is another creator who's going to talk to us about numismatic collectible coins and silver stacking, precious metals, and things like that as well. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. So I'm going to grab your second latest because it's much longer than the latest one. Every minute matters when it comes to watch hours, right? And they're at 679 subscribers now, as a matter of fact. Let's go through their content. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. I've only been through a few videos from Silent Silver so far, but I know that they're a supportive channel. They've been with us in Tuber Chat many times before. Many times before, actually. But when we look at their shorts videos, we see that these have gotten into over 4,000, 5,000, and almost at 6,000 views, which is great to see. And Slim Jim Longfoot, how long are you going to be on? I'm just curious, because we're going to be finishing here in probably another 15-20 minutes. Silent Silver as well is talking about some more stacking, some more collectibles. They share their collection with us. And I'm hoping I can catch them for another live stream soon. They live stream frequently, as we can see, so hopefully we can push them towards the 700 subscribers that they're thinking about. And let me just look at their precious metal stacking. Yes, there you go. Prepping, helping the stacking community channels grow as well. Mail calls, shout outs, channel support, pickups, showcases, training, shooting, gardening, cooking, travel, casino, vacation, adventures, and a little bit more. So hopefully everybody will join them for that also. Nez Lover is going to be the next channel that we look at. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes. We're going to come back and look at that channel. All right, we're back and looking at Nez Lover. So if this is the last call, if anybody wants to be on the wheel, or if anybody's listening or watching that hasn't been yet, just say anything at all in the chat. We'll put you on right away. Broken Hearts Ministry might still be here. And then otherwise we got a few channels to go through. So Nez Lover has 2,700. We're going to go and watch Slim Jim Longfoot right afterwards. I'll come over there for a few minutes as well. But we're happy to raid and spread that love around. Slim Jim Longfoot's actually been a long-time friend. They're doing some art live right now, actually. Nez Lover, like I said, over 2,700. I'm just going to grab their latest Happy Mail video. I'll put this in my catch-up list. They bring a lot of variety on their channel. And when we look at their videos, we can see a lot of the variety here, lots of stories to be told, and then I'm going to get into their shorts videos and we'll see how these are performing. We see that these have gotten into well over 1,000 views, 1,500, one of them over 2,400, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel seem to be frequent, a couple times a week by the look of it. More art here too, which is great to see. And we'll spin the wheel, we'll get another channel coming up. And thank you, Katie's Kitchen. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're running the stream in the background. We'll do like a mini raid today, so for anybody that's still here, we don't stream this late almost ever, so it's a little bit different than usual. We don't have as many people here at the end of the stream as we usually would, but we'll go over and see Slim Jim Longfoot afterwards. And if anybody would like to swap playlists as well, I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes. So you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Granny Filming, again, is up on the screen right now and has 476 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 they're thinking about. They have to be excited about the new graduated monetization system. You see that they're going to bring us anything they can think of: mobile home living, around the house, outings, homemaking, cooking, grocery pickups, grocery hauls, cleaning challenges, Q&As, and a lot more. Not a lot more, a bit more, not much more, but a bit more. And Granny Filming, again, is filming everything with their phone, but they've got even a nice cooking video as well. The silent era with sound. Let's cook. Let's look at the shorts videos on the channel. There's some variety in here as well, but some of these have done fantastic. Well over 5,000 views, and two of them have even over 6,000, which is great to see. So lots and lots and lots of variety there, and still more variety in their videos. Baking ASMR videos as well. Just having fun, cooking spaghetti, nice classic there. I love pasta. I don't eat nearly as much pasta as I always have lately. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen, and hopefully we'll push Granny's Filming again towards the 500 that they're thinking about. Songbits Lore is coming up right now. Again, if there's anybody at all in the chat listening or watching that has not been on the wheel or the screen, just say anything at all and we'll get you on if we can. Songbits Lore is up right now with well over 1,000 subscribers, and they've got just a quick new video, but let me see what they're doing here. Giveaway winnings and purchases. So I'm going to take this video. It's very long, but I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and that'll be something that I can tell you right now I'm going to run. I'm sure everybody understands I probably run a lot more videos than I watch, but I do watch as many as I can, and this is how I get through hundreds of videos a week, right? When we get to, actually, I'll tell you how I do it too. So you notice that what I did was I took that video and I put it in that playlist, right? My catch-up list. And pardon me, Songbits Laura will come back to this. I know there's only a few people watching, but I'll show you anyway. When we get to this playlist that I've made, it's literally called Catch-Up. That's just because of our friend Ghostly Wins, a dear friend. What I do, you'll notice what I did with the videos I haven't cleared out from today that I was watching. There's Don Yarndall, there's Ben Cyan Games, and this and that. So I sort the list after the stream when I'm just about to watch, and I sort the list from the smallest or shortest video to the longest one. And the reason why is because then if I have a half an hour or an hour to sit there and watch videos, or if I have to run a playlist while I'm working, I start with the shortest video so I can watch as many as possible before I have to just start letting the stream run. And then you'll see that live stream replays and things like that are at the end of the list. So these are all the ones that I covered before we came on today, and then they would have started right after VS Speaks Royally. So here, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, their new video. These couple were added while we were streaming today, but then you see the rest are all random. So I'm going to get rid of all the videos that I've already watched with those red lines we talked about today, and I'm going to resort the list tomorrow from shortest to longest, and whenever I can watch that playlist, I'll start with the shortest video. But that's just a hint for everybody as well. So Songbits Laura, let's see what you got going on for shorts here on the channel. They got those front and center. Some of these are really popular. 2200, 2400, 3800, one over 8500. I think that one's still growing too, right? And quite a bit of variety here. Lots of creators bringing variety in their shorts. Oh, pardon me. We're just at the end of my voice for today as well. More trivia, which is cool. Lots of creators doing some trivia nights. Even I've been doing a few of those lately. But these are cool to see. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. They're streaming a couple times a week. And Songbits Laura is posting somewhat frequently, usually a couple videos a week as a minimum, which is great. And we'll look forward to much more. But they're here with us in Tuber Chat frequently as well. If anybody hasn't already given us a thumbs up, I hope you will. Please give us a thumbs up on the way out. Give Slim Jim Longfoot thumbs up on the way in. I will drop the link one more time. And if anybody wants to go over there, he's been a friend of a long time. He's doing some art right now on the stream. And we can go over there and raid. You'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members over there. He actually brought a friend over here today. And then Katie's Kitchen is coming up on the screen right now. So thank you everybody for the time that you spent. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. And thank you for coming in at such an uncommon hour. We will be back with Tuber Chat after the weekend. I got some exciting stuff on my personal channel, so I hope everybody will check it out over there. Katie's Kitchen is here with 134 subscribers. And another brand new video, so another food bank haul. She's done a few of these, and this gives us a chance to see how some money can be saved, not to mention some cooking videos lately as well. And when we get into more variety from her videos, we're going to see that she's just in the last couple months posted all of these. So a fairly new channel that's already growing rapidly. She's making herself a part of a lot of YouTube communities, been incredibly supportive, I believe, on all of my channels now already. Oh, Patilasek, pardon me, Patilasek, I'm going to put you on the wheel right now. We're going to spin just for fun, and I'll put your channel up on the screen. And we'll look at the shorts on Katie's Kitchen, and we see that some of these have started to move as well. She's got one breaking out here at 1,600 views, which is great. And then another at 6,600, another at 8,300 already, which is great. So I hope you keep these up, because it looks like you're having some success there already. Live streams feature some video gameplay. She's mixing these up for us as well. Come watch me farm. Which game is that? Is that Farming Simulator? I hadn't played that. I'd played Heyday, though, a little bit. Not quite the same thing. And then Patilasek. Let's see what they've got going on. This is the first time we're putting this channel on the screen, so I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is, actually, usually what I do is I just take one of your videos and I put it into my watch later list. But what I'm going to do right now is show you a little hack. Whenever you want to look at... Oh, that's not your real page, Patilasek? Oh, thank you. Sorry, my mistake. Oh, pardon me. Let me just see. Oh, it seems to want to tell me this is it. Oh, thank you, Get to the Farm. We're just finishing. Oh, Patilasek, yeah, I don't, even when I try to use my go-to channel for you, it takes me right to this channel. Okay, we might have to skip it. Thank you, Wayne's World Unlimited. We're just finishing the stream, actually. We've already really ended, to be honest with you. But thank you, everybody, again, for the time that you spent. Forgive me. Okay, so this might not be the right channel. And then we'll go over to Slim Jim Longfoot. So thanks, everyone. I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes, and then we'll go over there, and I'll join you. And oh, Patilasek, yeah, that's a bit of a confusing thing. I don't know what exactly you're running for watch hours. Told not to go live with your main page. Sounds odd to me. I might not be grasping what you're saying because it sounds really odd. You only are going to get watch hours on the channel that you want to monetize. Unless I'm not understanding. If you want them on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well, you can reach out to me there if you'd like, and then let me know what's going on. We'll make sure we get your channel up next time. But I really do appreciate you coming in either way. Thank you, everybody, again for the time that you spent. We'll go over and visit Slim Jim Longfoot. You can keep meeting more friends and family members over there. Makeup Mom and Son, Roadhog, Nez Lover, Patilasek are all over there with another couple of people. So thanks, everyone, and then we'll see you again after the weekend. Bye-bye, everyone. Thanks again.